You quoted a tweet this week, an essential aspect of creativity is not being afraid to fail. In aspects with QPR, do you feel that in some aspects you have failed?
Oh, absolutely. But, there was a euphoria after the staying up at the Man City game, and there's a player that made a big difference for us in that first season, but then since hasn't been able to play. We got him on a loan and then we signed him up. I don't think anyone would have begrudged us signing up that player. He was a star. And in the 3 years, nothing's happened yet. So how can you blame us for that? We brought him on loan. He made a big difference in games like Tottenham and Arsenal, etc. And then did great. Adele was a star before I came. Was a star in the last few games to keep us up. You re-sign him on a good deal and things don't work out. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. When we signed the players that we signed under Mark Hughes and even Harry, no one really complained. So it's one of those things, but we're wiser, older, and hopefully a little bit smarter.
In November, you and your fellow shareholders wrote off £160 million worth of debt. Why did you do that?
Well, we weren't going to get it paid back, were we? So I'd rather put it as equity in the club. And if Ian wants me out one day, then we'll sell it, and the value is there, whether we get all that value or not. But it's the furthest thing from my mind right now. You guys know better than anyone the enthusiasm I have for this club after 4 pretty topsy-turvy years hasn't changed. I'm still a kid when we score. I still love it. I still love seeing our fans happy, and my enthusiasm hasn't waned at all, So we keep plugging away, and I hope we can reach that nirvana, of building a club that is a constant Premier League club and financially strong, that it can stay up there for a while. It's a difficult situation. We are where we are in the club. We want to set expectations right. We've got 2 years left of parachute money, and that money gets less every year. So we have to be mindful of that. But Les and Jimmy are up for it. And the list of players that they gave me just now was really encouraging. It was really encouraging to see, and the thought process that's gone in. And our scouts are doing a good job. And we're looking at some of the academy players coming through, an EDS team coming through. And Jimmy's very forthright in who he wants and who he doesn't. There's so much debate on Yun, for instance, but the manager felt that long term it wasn't the kind of player he wanted, so it didn't make sense. He was getting frustrated not playing, and Jimmy wanted a different type of player.
Do you expect there to be much transfer activity by way of ins?
Yeah, I think there's no choice. We don't have a lot of players. A lot of players are out of contract. So we have to see the future for Sandro and Corker, and then there's a lot of players that need to come in, and I have to say that the managers kind of knows. I think the most stable department is goalkeepers, but apart from that, we have a few areas that we need to replace players, but the comforting thing is that we know him and Les have a plan.
What is the manager's target then for next season? You've mentioned the parachute payments end in 2 years, so is that your window, if you like?
It's our best window, isn't it? I don't want to say much more than that, but it's our best window, but let's see.